guys, I just want to talk to you a little bit about your scales and how you can perform them for your audition coming up May 1st through 8th. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things, just some reminders and maybe some tips and tricks that you can think about in your practice before the time comes for you to perform them. Alright, so thing number one, we would like for you to perform your scales in scale rhythm, meaning the quarter notes and eighth notes, like scales level 2 is written in. Okay, so 1, 2, te, 3, te, 4, te, 1, or down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Alright, so scale rhythm, even if you're looking at a scale from like scales level 1, make sure you kind of change the rhythm in your head to quarter notes and eighth notes like we did on scale rhythm review. Okay? Thing number 2, will you please make sure that when you perform your scales, just like we've done for forever, tongue on the way up and slur on the way down. Alright, so just make sure that you're doing that. Tongue up, slur on the way down. Okay? Thing number 3, I want you to have a plan. And by that I mean I want you to go through each of your, 9 scales, and I want you to know how many octaves you're going to be playing for each one. So, because you can decide on this, okay? I would suggest playing as many 2-octave scales as possible, alright? But if you need to play some of them 1 octave, that's totally fine. I want you to play your most beautiful scale for all of your scales, alright? So, if you go through your list and maybe you can play concert B flat 2 octaves, but maybe concert D flat, maybe that's 1 since it's a little bit more difficult, you decide to play 1 octave but really steady and really awesome. That's fine. But go through and have a plan, including with your chromatic scale, because you've got 3 or 4 options on your chromatic page. And I know some of you have even probably started looking at number 3, but you can decide. If you want to do chromatic 1, B flat to B flat, that's fine. If you want to do your chromatic 2 that we've quizzed over, remember oboes, that one's like low C up to high C 2 octaves, bassoons F up to high F, awesome. If you've looked at number 3 or bonus, whatever, all you're going to do before you play your chromatic is tell me which one you're playing or what note you're starting on and what note you're going up to. So for example, chromatic 1, I know that's B flat to B flat, okay? Or if you want to say I'm starting on low B flat and playing up to bassoon, I don't know, maybe high F. That's fine. Just let me know which one you're doing before you perform your chromatic. Okay? Alright, so another thing to think about along with having a plan is tempo. Because remember, for this, actually kind of different. We've always played, practiced, and quizzed with a metronome. But on your audition, Mr. Seibert and I really want to hear what you can do keeping a steady tempo without a metronome going. Okay? So you can decide, maybe you feel really, really confident about some of your scales and you want to try playing them a little faster. Awesome. Do it. That's okay. All right. But just make sure that you're still keeping a really steady tempo and that, your fingers don't, if your fingers mess up because you're going too fast, I would slow it down slightly so that, again, we can just hear a really beautiful, precise scale. Okay, or maybe you can go faster on some scales, but you need to go slower on some of those more difficult scales. That's fine. Since we're not using a metronome, you won't even have to be changing tempos. You can just think through it in your head before you go to play it. Okay, so go through each of those 9 scales, B flat, F, C, G, D, D flat, A flat, E flat, and chromatic, I lost count, and figure out what your plan is going to be as you practice. Okay? Because I want you to feel really prepared and confident when you go to record for your Flipgrid. Alright, so I'm going to kind of play you a couple of examples and kind of give you the thought process that I might go through if I'm playing down my page for auditions. Alright, so let's think about it. Okay, so concert B flat will be first. Alright, so of course before you play, think about key signature. Okay, 2 flats, B flat, E flat. I'm going to play this one 2 octaves. Okay, so I know that. Now think about how fast you're going to go. Maybe you've practiced it a little faster, a little slower, but let's see. I'm going to finger through the first couple of notes. So I'm going to go B flat, C, D, E flat, F. Okay, so there's my tempo. Down, down, up, down. Then it's okay if you would like to play a test note. Still got my tempo going. My toes tapping down there. You just can't see it. Then when I'm ready, breathe and go for it. Even if you crack some notes like I did, you're going to keep going. It'll be awesome. Okay, so then the next one would be F. Ooh, danger note, E natural, right? Okay, I'm going to try to go a little faster on this one. Okay, one more. C, no flats, no sharps. Alright, so just a few examples there. And hopefully what you should be thinking about in between your scales, or if you want to think about maybe going some different tempos. All right, I leave that up to you. Just again, please make sure you have a plan. If you're looking at all these scales again for the first time when you're recording your audition, I don't know, maybe you're so good they might go amazingly, but maybe not. Okay, so just make sure you're prepared and you've got a plan. Okay, I can't wait to hear you guys. I know it's going to be awesome. Please let me know if you need anything, have any questions, give me a comment on Google Classroom, or feel free to send me an email too, all right? Okay, good luck.